Hello, 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 everyone. It looks like it's after ages, right? It looks like after ages. Hello, Pita. How are you? Melly, how are you, Melly? Good to see you here. And Pita, as usual. Okay. Now, some of you may say, like, we have not been to other countries, we have not even been to other provinces. And so, from that point of view, okay, I can understand you may not be able to speak on the subject, right? From that point of view. But let us just consider another point of view from that, right? You have friends who are living abroad. You have friends who might have come from abroad to your country. Um, you might have your own people from your country going to another country to work or marry or settle down and live there. You might have a family that have done that. So, looking at it from all that kind of view, looking at it from that point of view. So definitely you at least have heard, and you definitely would know some kind of stories, like, some kind of differences and things like that. Hello, Maya. How are you, Maya? So, you would know at least some kind of differences that way. Um, you might be also reading from somewhere, or internet today, lots of information on the internet. So from that point of view, you may not have physically gone, but at least from that point of view, like, you would be able to make some kind of comparison according to what you think, what you feel, you know so this is how you can still comment on this subject, instead of just saying, like, oh, I have never been anywhere abroad, so I wouldn't know. But there are other ways that in which you could shed some light on what your feelings are. Like, it's a very general rule, a general statement, like foreigners are always coming to Southeast Asian countries, and the reason they come there is because, um, if they are especially on the elderly side, they are retired. So whatever pension they get, it would be like a hard struggle for them in their country with the pension that they get. But if they come to some of the Southeast Asian countries, uh, the, their pension would last much longer. They would be able to live a much better standard of life than what they would be having in their own country. Apart from that, those who come there and marry or just have a girlfriend or a permanent relationship, um, they also come because they find that women there in that particular country might be better than in their own native country. That could be for many places, like many people have even gone and settled down in Brazil, South America, okay, in the Latino areas. Many people have migrated and gone to Mexico, and some have gone to other European countries like Spain, Sweden, France. It depends. So people do travel from one country to another, and they leave their country. Like there are many people from Australia that would have gone to UK or Canada or America, and likewise there are people from America, Australia. I'm sorry, America, Europe, UK. They might have gone to settle in New Zealand or in Australia, right? So things keep changing, right? Things keep changing, and therefore it is like. And therefore we need to see, like, in what way can we make some kind of comparison. So yes, it is much easier, say, for a person like me, because I have traveled a lot. So I do feel it is so much easier, like, to comment on the topic, right? But there are also lots of things, because I read, right? I read a lot of stuff, or I may have people, I may know people, you know so that's the other viewpoint, that's the other way. yesterday was uh, Yesterday was very bad for me. I went all the way to the Indian consulate, and believe me or not, for 2 hours I must have just been walking around from one place to the other. The internet gives one information, and people around also do not know where the Indian embassy is. Like, I went to one place, and I that security guy told me, no, 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 Indian embassy is somewhere else. I said, no, I don't want the embassy. I want there's a outsourced, it's an outsourced department, VFS. So I'm looking for that office. So I said, anyway, I'll just go to the 15th floor and check it out. He said, okay. So I went to 15th floor, that company wasn't there. I came down again. Then I told him, thank you. And he said, go to the embassy. I said, okay. Now he said, go to Sawyer's lane number 73. And I said, oh my God, lane number 73 is quite far away the other way. So I looked on the internet again, I Googled, and I saw it's in lane 23. So I walked to lane 23. Now, lane 23 seemed a very long lane. And I'm having that building in mind, like, kind of. So I said, okay, let me. So I saw one Indian lady passing by. So I just casually asked her. And she said, oh, it's in this lane, that lane. You take a motorcycle taxi and go. But um, I said, but where is it? So she said, it's in Soy 23. I said, but this is Soy 23. She said, no, 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 you have to go that way and turn and then go into one lane and all those kind of things. And I said, oh, that is strange. She's saying, that's why I take a motorcycle taxi. She's saying, I'm just coming from the embassy. That's why I'm telling you. And I said, okay. So anyhow, I went the other side. Then I asked for another guy. He looked up on his phone, and then he told me, cross the road and just 20 meters you'll find a building. You'll find a building. So I walked there. Then I asked somebody, and they said, oh yes, it is in this big building here. So I went into that building. The fellow at the gate at the door said, no, 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 Indian embassy is not here. You have to go back that side. I said, excuse me. I was that side, then I came this side, and now somebody again said, no, it's opposite, and now you are sending me back to that place. Then he spoke to somebody, he send me to the reception. Then the guy at the reception told me the same thing, it's not here, you have to go back the other side. I said, I just came from there, people from there sent me here. Then one other fellow spoke some kind of English. Then he said, okay, come. He took me outside. He told me, like, cross the road. He showed me, he said, you see that gray color building there? So you have to go to that. Behind the grey color building to the left, you will find there'll be a motorcycle taxi stand, a motorcycle taxi stand, like your Philippines has hobble hobble. So you'll find like that, and turn left, and you'll find the embassy. Now, for him to be so precise and tell me, that means it must be good information, right? So I said, okay. So I kept that building in my sight and I went walking, walking, walking. I finally found that place and then I asked somebody, they said, take a left turn. I walked, still I'm not finding where's the embassy. Then I asked one guy, he pointed to me in front. And then when I finally reached there, that watchman, he was a Thai fellow, he said, oh, it's closed. Something, he said. I didn't understand. Then some other Indian people came and then he said, go look at the notice. So there was a notice on the thing. So that notice, it said like, it's closed at 1 o'clock, it'll open only at 4 o'clock. And those fellows were infuriated, they started abusing and all in their language. And they said like, they said, where are you from? I said, I'm born in India, but I migrated to Canada. And I said, yeah, they said, see the information, they are holding the phone. I said, yes, I know. I said, I do not know why. It has to be Indian only, I said, but they do not give proper information. They cannot update the website. They cannot do anything, I said. So then I decided, and there the address was given of the VFS office. Now it was in Soy Lane number 13. So I had seen lane number 19, so I had to walk further to there. So I went, had lunch, and then I decided to go there. When there also another problem. You have to finally go up and they do a little screening for you and then they ask you all the questions and all that. So I just said I want to talk to somebody. I don't want to submit any papers. I'm having a problem online. And you're talking to Thai people who do not know English that well. Then when I went into the security thing, like they've got the security thing, keep your bag, keep everything here, open it and all that, and walk through. So I walked through again. Thai is there, but very polite, very kind. There, no, over there was one Thai, but the main guy there was an Indian guy, and looked at the bag and all that. Okay, then what's your problem? Again, explain the problem. Okay, go inside there and go to counter number. Go to counter number 2. Okay, so I went in. Then it's not a counter; it's a cabin. So I waited in the line, cabin number 2. When I went to the guy, I started explaining to him. And he said, oh, no, 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 no. You go take a token and then you go the other side and wait for your number to be called out. I said, they will answer my question? Yes, they will answer. Now, what his job is? Indian guy. What is his job? Only to look at all your documents and see whether you have all the documents in order. So anything else you ask him, he doesn't know. That's the kind of people they employ. So anyhow, then one another Thai fellow, suited, booted, walking around. Then he asked me what happened. He spoke a little bit of English, but he couldn't understand my problem. And then he took me to the reception and then to the main foyer. And then again, he asked somebody something in Thai. And then he asked me, he said, oh, you have to go to number 2. I said, excuse me, I'm telling you, I was first directed to go to 2. I went to 2. He said, come here and take a token and then go back to the hall there and wait for my number to be called out. And I don't know whether he understood or not. I said, you want, I'll give translator. No. Then he took me back again. Then there is some other tables, like, not open cabins, but there are just like one big long thing and like all tables there, with enclosed on either side. So he said, he spoke to one, and all those people behind the counter, all Thai people. I keep getting these notifications which are stupid from Microsoft Edge. Just keeping on coming one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. I cannot even just kick them out. Like, hello Manang, how are you, Manang? Nice to see you here, Manang. So in the end, like, he spoke to them and they said, okay, he said, just sit down. I sat down. Then one guy finished who he was talking to, and then that guy, how are you doing, Manang? And then that guy called me and he asked me what's the problem. And suddenly the girl at the side got freed and she came, she had a little more English. Finally, they understood what I was explaining. Then she said, 1 minute, let me go inside and ask. She went inside. She asked him something. She came out, and then she said, okay, you are from Canada. You cannot apply. You cannot apply uh, on a paper based. You cannot apply on paper based. You have to apply through the online e visa. You have to apply for an e visa. Do it through online. Okay, I said. And but supposing this problem still comes up, I'll explain what the problem was. If this problem still comes up with the online, then what am I to do? She's saying, then we don't know what you can do. I said, that means I can't go to India. I cannot do anything. She said, I don't know. What, no? Indian people, very good problem solvers, no? I don't know. You do whatever you want. Correct? Nice way. So you can imagine how mad I was. How mad I was. Oh, I said, okay. So I sat over there and used my phone for data, and I started to Google to see, and I saw, okay, I can get in the website. Okay, it's taking me back to that same. But unless I fill up, I cannot go to the other pages. So now hi Del, how are you, Del? Happy Valentine's to you too. Still one more day tomorrow. We are still in 30. We are still in 13th. Am I right? Yeah, we are still in the 13th evening. So still tomorrow to go, few hours. Yes, Del, enjoy your working. Thank you for checking in. Appreciate it. I saw, I think, about 2 of your videos today. And yeah, so I saw, so I said, okay, let me come. Now there's another thing they are asking for. You must have Explorer 8 or above. Now Indian Internet Explorer is getting outdated. And very soon there's going to be no Internet Explorer because Microsoft Edge has taken over. Microsoft Edge has taken over. But these people said you need to have Internet Explorer 8 and above. So this morning I just spent all my time. First of all, no, last night I did this. I first of all saw how to, though I have Microsoft Edge, but how I can use Internet Explorer. So finally, I managed to find out that in Microsoft Edge you can use it, but they advise you not to keep using it. They tell you not to keep using it. So they say like for 30 days, and they are saying that after 30 days, they are saying very soon Internet Explorer will not be used any longer. And at the moment it cannot be used for Windows 11, but there is a thing to still use if a site is demanding for it. So I went in, I found out how to do it after a long time. Then finally I just put the link for the Indian embassy, and this morning I opened it. I thought I'll finish quickly. Same problem. Now what is my problem? I'll tell you. I filled up about 3 pages of forms, and I hate filling up forms, but okay, it's online. I filled up 3 pages of forms. Now, one of the forms towards the end is asking me present occupation. Okay, now listen to this. Present occupation. And there's a whole drop down list. So, Maganda, how are you, Maganda? Thank you for passing by. Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you so much. Uh, so, so I'm clicking on retired, but believe me, no matter what I click on, that asterisk mark is there. Means you have to answer. So you have to give the name of the company, you have to give the name or the address of the company, the phone number of the company, your designation you have to give, and all. So that lady had told me at the counter, she said, just put NA. I said, look, I showed them screenshot. I put NA. Then some places I wrote not applicable in full. I wrote that. I said, no, they are saying name of the company. They are not accepting all this. So again, when I went on, then I found, okay, how to do the e-visa. I went on to the e-visa, but e-visa was then bringing me to the same online form, and the same online form had that particular clause, to fill up at the end. And if you don't fill that up, it doesn't go to the next page to complete the formalities. So finally, finally I I had to lie. So I just put the name of my old company. Now that also is another hassle. My security company I last worked for in Canada, G, the figure four, and S, G4S. So it is like G for us, G for us, like so G4S. When I put that in, it's saying no, no numbers, only letters, no numbers, only letters. Hello, if the company's name is that, what do I do? So I wrote G4S. Then I just put a street name. I put a street name in Canada, but I did not write Canada. I did not write only anything. And I did not put a phone number. And I just clicked and it went through. Wow. I thank God. I said, God, thank you. At least I've gone to the next step. So, long story short, I went through the next step, and then came payment. Now, payment is saying S State Bank of India, another Axis Bank I've never heard of, and PayPal. So I clicked on PayPal. When I clicked on PayPal, it came up as State Bank of India. When I went back, again, I have to start the whole process again. But lucky everything is saved. Now everything is saved. And then suddenly, although it is saved, there were so many errors. Asterisk mark is somewhere and something else popped up. I don't know from where these things came. It saved the document, all right. So correcting. In the end, I went to make the payment and the thing went off. That's why I didn't come for live stream in the morning. I thought I'll finish. First, I thought I'll go to this, but since last night, I managed to get Internet Explorer working. So I said, okay, now I can go to the website in the morning and do it. And I thought if I don't do it, if I get stuck, I'll go in the morning. But I got stuck. And even at one place, I got stuck. They had asking me to download my passport. I don't know if anyone knows how to do it. I tried. I'm supposed to be good, but I tried. Download my passport copy and then upload it on as a PDF, which is between 100 and 300 KB, kilobytes. How much I tried. Then I got it finally into 278 kilobytes. But each time I was uploading, it is showing a blank. Each time I uploaded, it showed a blank. Then I managed to get another one for 275, another one for 289, something like that. And each time I uploaded it, when I went to view it, when I upload my picture could be seen. When I uploaded the passport copy, I cannot even see the passport copy there. So I said, let it be. I'll just submit it and then I'll make the payment. So I submitted it and I went to make the payment. And then I had a problem with that payment also. In the end, it was already 1:30. Can you imagine, from morning 8 o'clock or not 8? Yeah, 8 o'clock. I'm sitting with that till 1:30 in the afternoon. Just trying to this, trying that. In the end, I just gave up. I said, now forget it. I'll go tomorrow now back to the embassy. I'll go to the embassy. I'll tell them, no point in sending me to the other people. You give me a solution, what I should do. The embassy, I'll tell them straight away, you have to give me a solution, what I can do. Now let me see how they will answer me. So it's looking like I cannot even get into India. Can you believe it? I cannot even make my trip to India. So if I don't go to India, then where do I go? So I'm in really a big fix. I just cannot understand. And I've gone to India twice. It's there in my Canadian passport. It's there. I got the visa. First time I got a visa. Second time I got an e-visa. Both are for tourists. And yet now in Thailand, I'm facing so many problems just to get the visa. And I have to leave latest next Sunday. I have to leave Thailand next Sunday. Monday, my visa expires. So next Sunday, not this week Sunday, next week Sunday, I have to leave. But They take about 8 days to give you the visa, and the e-visa will take about 3 to 4 working days. So I don't know. Tomorrow I'll have to go again to the Indian embassy, and I just pray to God that somebody can help and direct me what exactly to do. Tonight after live stream also, I'm really in no mood to have dinner. I'll have something light. I barely had lunch also, and my mind is too disturbed, wondering what to do. So I will just, I'm trying to keep calm and just, try to do what I can. But like, I'm facing a deadline. I'm facing a deadline. So I don't know what's the alternative to that. So I'll go tomorrow. I'll try to. I hope the embassy helps me. I just pray to God before I go that I get some kind of help, and not just help but solution, and they resolve my problem. So that is it. So come on, today's theme. Enough of my saga, right? Enough of my long saga. So come on, Magenda, Pita, Maya, tell today's theme. And as I said in the beginning, you may not have been to any other country. You may not have been to other provinces as well, but you must be having friends who you know. You must be knowing people. Many of you are YouTubers, so you know many foreigners who have come to your country. Many of you would know foreigners who you correspond with. So just to look at it all from that point of view. So what are your thoughts about, like, many of you dream of going to places like, let's say, Japan, Korea, Singapore, right? Many of you are OFWs, right? Many of, not you on the channel, but like, let's say, from Philippines, there are many OFWs who have been out. uh, there have been many of you who have relatives and friends who have gone abroad to settle down, who have gone abroad to settle down, who have gone abroad to work. So through them, you might be able to, relatives, friends. So you might be able to know some information from them. You have heard some information from them. So you can always talk about this topic. What you think is the difference, and what do you think is the, like, cost your country compared to any other country, like anything you feel like you know about. Now let's start. I start giving my views, then you can add on whatever you think you feel like. Okay, so let's take my recent trip to Japan. Okay, my recent trip to Japan. So now, when I went to Japan, I can compare Japan with, I could compare Japan with Canada, because in a way my brother is always talking in Japan, converting into, what do you call it, they are always converting into US dollars. So whenever they are doing anything, they are always talking about US dollars. Oh, so many yen means this many US dollars, so many yen means this many US dollars. So when they talk about US dollars, I can comparatively think how much it is in my own country, Canada. I can compare, like, in my Canada, how much it is. When I compare how much it is in Canada, I can relate it to Thailand currency, and I can relate it to Philippine currency. But Philippines, I have not really done extensive shopping, or extensive shopping, so I do not really know prices of many things. But Thailand, yes, I can compare with Thailand. So one of the things in Japan, traveling by the train, that also I don't know exactly, because what happened was, my sister had taken along a lot of Japanese yen. She had converted and taken Japanese yen. And when we went to the train station to travel, my brother took us there, and he explained how we could, get cards, and the cards could be used on train, on buses, and certain areas it could be used freely. So he asked my sister, like, how much do you want to convert? So anyhow, long story short, she converted. He showed us how, put money on that, typed out everything for us and gave it. He gave the cards, one card for my sister, one card for myself. So he gave it. So every time I used to ask my sister, like, why, how much is left? Like, how much did they charge? And she said, let it be now, just forget about it. Like, just enjoy the trip. But I wanted to know so that, like, according to the distance and according to the places, like, I would have some idea. So now I do not have any idea, right? So I cannot compare. I cannot compare traveling, right? I cannot compare traveling. And then the other thing, my brother just took us out wherever we went. When I went with him for the training, I used to go with him. So I do not know anything about gas prices. I volunteered to pay on many occasions, but uh, he never allowed, so I do not know. But when talking about meals, I found we went to good Japanese restaurant, good food, and meal-wise, I think the price was much better than even if I go to a mall in Canada. Even if I go to a mall in Canada to eat food, in Japan, you could eat a decent food in a big restaurant. And I mean, not a big restaurant, but in a good restaurant, you could eat. Okay. And it was much less. And when my sister also went along, she also later on, she stayed there. I came away. So she said also, oh my God, it's so cheap over here. She said, like compared to India also, it is so much cheaper compared to India. And at one time we went to one, like a farewell for me. So we went to this very big restaurant. Okay. It was called the Pig. The Pig. So we went to this restaurant. And this restaurant is one of the pricey restaurants. And like they started with meals, like they started with something like about 2,500 for something, and 3,500 for something, and 4,500 for something. So my brother said they usually take the middle value. And according to what value you are taking, when I was younger, I do compare prices from one supplier to another within the city. This is necessary for business purposes. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Right. Because even I compare also from one market to the other market, from one supermarket to the other supermarket. I'm also always comparing the prices, like, I'm always comparing. And something seem okay, something. But if it's a difference of a little bit, if it's a difference of a little bit, I avoid just, going to one supermarket, buying some stuff, then going to another supermarket, buying another stuff. So I just avoid that if it's just a difference of a few things, like. But if it's like you're buying a lot of stuff, like suppliers and all, let's say you're buying a lot of stuff, at the end it adds up to a big difference, right? In the end, it adds up to a big difference. So from that point of view, I perfectly agree. And even then, if the supermarket is near to each other, and you don't have to carry bags around, like people have a car, so they can go to one supermarket and buy whatever they want from there, which is cheaper than the other supermarket, and they can come put it into their car and then go across to the other supermarket and buy the remaining stuff. So they could also do that, right? Because ultimately, when you're buying a whole household for the week or for the month, ultimately all those little pennies count. All those little pennies, they count a lot. So I fully agree with that, because I always say I spend, but I spend wisely. But of course, like, now if I go to that Minburi market, I put a video about the Minburi market. Now the Minburi market, vegetable and all, is half the rate, almost half the rate. Some are half the rate, and others are almost half the rate compared to what I get around my place. Okay. But then sometimes I just think about, even if I spend the extra money by bus, I go by bus. I don't take a taxi or anything. So I go by bus. So the bus is only $10 extra. So where I go to Fashion Island, the mall, I pay $20, $10 to go, $10 to come by jeepney, like. And from there I take a bus to the other market, and it cost me another $10 to go, $10 to come. So if I look at it from this point of view, I'm only spending $20 to go there. but I may be saving in buying. I may be saving about 100 to 120 bucks. I'll be saving. So why not, right? Even time, I have the time. So why not do that? You know, go there and buy it and come. But that's only if I'm really buying a lot of stuff. If I'm just buying a little bit of stuff and all, or just one or two items and all, then I say, it may still be cheaper, but it's not worth taking the time to, go all the way there and come back. So yes, so in those cases, I don't. All right, then Pita says, but now that business was closed, I don't go to market or any stores that often. So I got lost track of prices. Very true. Very true. Very true. Uh, I eat. I eat in restaurants only occasionally. They are. Oh God, these notifications are so irritating. I click on ignore and it opens to the website. How do you like that? I click on ignore and it opens to the website. So I cannot even read your comments. Uh, they are way too expensive compared to home cooking. Yes, I agree with that also. Restaurants are expensive compared to home cooking. That is why, of course, not that's not the main reason. I used to be eating outside. I used to be eating outside. When I was in Bangkok province, I didn't have a gas or anything, but I used to cook rice at home. Okay, I bought a cooker. I used to cook rice at home, and I used to buy some food from out, but I have to eat on a daily basis. I didn't have a fridge or anything to keep the food in. But then I found it was inconvenient, like, just to cook a little rice. It was so inconvenient. No fridge, so I cannot keep it in the fridge. Can't cook a quantity. In the end, I said, let's eat outside only. But when I saw my cholesterol had gone higher than normal. And the doctor asked, what are you eating? I said, I eat like pork and I eat fried pork almost every day for lunch and dinner. He said, you have to cut down. You cannot eat pork so much and you cannot eat fried pork. And my sugar was coming to border. So I had to just cut down because Thai people, in most of their food also, they put a lot of sugar. In food, in soup, everything is sugar, sugar, sugar. So I had to cut down. So because of that, I finally, year before last August, I started cooking on my own. I started cooking my food myself. And then I found, it's still healthy eating. It's healthy eating. And though food outside here in Thailand, because I'm going to these small restaurants, not street food. They are the small, they are proper restaurants, but their food is so cheap, like 40 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks a plate. But I find if I pay, let's say fish, I buy a kilo of fish, tilapia, and I bring it. I get them to clean it. I bring it home and cut because they cut very thick slices. But we are always used to cutting medium, thinner slices so that the spices marinate inside nicely. Oh, I always talk about food on my channel. Always talking about food. So food, food. So I I bring it home and I cut it into slices. And the head also so tasty. So so this these ads keep notification ads keep popping up, like I don't know what site I visited on I went to Microsoft Edge and now all is coming up. So yes, so cooking at home is much cheaper, much healthier, and it's good cooking, right? And then Pita also says, teaching cookery and entrepreneurship tells me that home cooking is still much cheaper than in restaurants. Yes, Pita, sure. I understand that. I'm with you on that one. I agree fully. That's why, like you told me also, it's so difficult for the children students when they have to do projects. They have to spend so much money for these projects. Even if they're doing vegetable carving and all these things, they have to pay, they have to pay for the vegetables and bring. Hi, Ia, how are you? Very good, Ia. Very good. L4, but I can see L5. So thank you, Ia, for being here. Thank you, Ia. All okay in Kamigan? All okay in Kamigan? No more earthquakes, no more tremors. Ia, in Maya's live stream, she was shaking that box for so long. I do not know what was in that box, but I finished my lunch and she was still shaking the box. What was inside? I did not get a chance. I got busy doing some work and I was doing editing of video and I was putting sound, so I had to mute her channel. Her channel was on, but I had to mute her channel. And then finally, I don't know, she went off. So, yeah, do you know what was in the box? She was so funny. So she also has a sari. Oh, Pigadong, sorry. Was it Pigadong? No. Who was it now? Not Maya. It wasn't Maya. It wasn't Maya vlog. It wasn't Maya vlog. It wasn't Machi. Pigadong, I think it was. Pigadong. Yeah, I think it was Pigadong. So yes, Pita, I agree with you. And you know better because you are conducting cooking classes and cookery, and entrepreneurship. So you would be talking and discussing about all these things with the cost. Now see when oh God, what is his name now? See, I've forgotten his name. Always I had problem remembering his name anyhow. Your last student, when he was doing the project with the pineapple, he had to pay. Like pineapple is not cheap, right? He had to pay, but to get a good quantity of pineapple to make the juice and the pulp and all. So yeah, all that is costly for them. All that really costs money for them. So charging my phone 95%. 95% means time to remove it. Right? 95% means time to remove it. I better keep my plugs handy for my charger, handy for my laptop charger, because if it ever going off, I can plug it in quickly. Okay, kept it one side. That's that. So, yes. So, though food prices, and I think food prices in Thailand is cheaper. Food prices in Thailand is cheaper than food prices in Philippines, and tastier. Sorry to say that, but Thai food is tastier than Filipino food, and also it is cheaper. It is also cheaper here than in Philippines. Oh, these. No, I click on the ad and it opens to the website. How stupid it is! It's saying delete and it opens to the website. Okay, Pita and Maya commented. So yeah, so that is it. Then what should I compare? Clothes. Japan, I found like there was some t-shirts, very nice t-shirts, very good material, cotton type, and very good material. And my brother was saying, "Oh, this is about $7." No, he said something about this is like 4 or something, $5. and it was about 7 to 8 Canadian dollars. And I said the cheapest you would get in a not so good shop would be like $10 plus taxes. So I found clothes, and my sister also said the same thing. Maya, that means my cooking isn't really that good. I'm talking about Filipino food in general. I'm not talking about you. Pita, did I ever complain about your food? Did I ever waste food? Did I ever not eat enough? Did you ever see me struggling to eat the food? Only one thing I will never eat is balut. I remember now that name very good. Balut. Before I never used to remember. But balut. That's one thing I will never eat. Balut, right? So I just I just click one notification, another one pops up. It's saying close. You go to close it, the website opens. How nice, no? And it's saying via Microsoft Edge. Why is Microsoft Edge sending so much? I need to go into Microsoft settings and stop getting these ads. So you got what I said, Pita? I'm just talking about general cooking. Like adobo and sinigang taste so different in any part of the Philippines you go and you eat it. It tastes so. What is the true taste of it, of sinigang, or what is the true taste of adobo? I wouldn't know, right? Correct? I wouldn't know. Now the other day I went out for dinner. I had something which is called hot pot. In Thai, it is called kimchim, kimchim, something like that. Hot pot. So they give you raw stuff. Okay, they give you raw stuff. I'll put a video of that. So there's a little kind of a pot with coal inside, and on top of that is another earthenware pot, and in that they will put a soup base and they will bring it for you. Then they bring a lot of. It depends on what you order for. So they bring you raw stuff. Okay, and a lot of herbs, a lot of herbs they bring you, and you just take this raw stuff and put it into that pot, and then break all these herbs into pieces, like break them leaves, all these leaves kind of things, and you put it in. Then you have a cover, you close it and let it boil in that, and then you remove it, and then you eat it. You take a little soup, and then you take all the pieces and all the greens, and then you keep adding more to it, to the pot, and close it again, and you're eating. And they give you some two bowls with some sauces. So the other name in English over here, they call, like in Bangkok when I went, they call it hot pot, but here apparently they don't know hot pot, so it's kimchi. So very nice, that is hot pot. And if you go to a posh place, you go to a posh place like a real good food outlet, when you enter, the table has the hot plate. The table has the hot plate, and they got gas connection going underneath, and they'll bring you the stuff, and on the hot plate you put the pot, and then you're uh, cooking your stuff there yourself. For this hot pot, you cook it yourself. So that's very good, very nice. Stephen Bennett, nice to get you here. And thank you also. You were there for my live stream yesterday morning. Unfortunately, yesterday evening and this morning, I did not do live stream. So thank you, Stephen. Hope Martha is still doing well. Any improvement? Any improvement? She's doing well, but any improvement, like getting much better? So nice to see you here, Stephen. Stephen, have you changed your shift? Have you changed from your day shift? Are you just peeping in and getting ready to go to, or no, yes, go to work? Already at work or what? I don't know. She is about the same. Okay, Stephen. Okay. Hope she improves and gets better. Hope so. So, Stephen, we are just talking about comparing of costs and comparing prices in your country with any other country. And I said, if you cannot compare, some people have never been to another country. So if you cannot compare, then compare with prices around your area, around your places, maybe from, one province to another, one city to another. The prices might be differ. They might differ. They might change. So you can compare. So Pita gave some insight onto that. Pita gave some insight onto that. So that was good. So So anything you want to compare, like, you want to talk about prices. So I was just giving some things about prices, like, so now, so that's about clothes. Japan was much cheaper for clothes than Canada, and Japan was much cheaper than in for food than Canada, and even my sister said cheaper than India. Then I was comparing about Thailand and Philippines. So Thailand, the food is tastier, the food is cheaper than in Philippines. Then accommodation in Thailand and in Philippines, in a way, I think I would consider it almost the same. But I feel that what I hear from all the YouTubers and all that, I feel Thailand may be having a slight edge over Philippines in the sense that it is costlier. Accommodation in Thailand is a bit costlier than Philippines. So, okay, Del, bye, take care. It's okay, no need of being sorry. You have work to do. Work is important. Work is important, right? So, like see now, I had work this whole morning. I was trying to sort out this problem, and it's still not resolved. So tomorrow again, I have to go to the embassy. And yesterday when I went, it was a wasted time. Nobody could sort out the problem for me. So today I came last night I came home. I tried to sort out the problem on my own, but then I faced so many new problems. This morning from 8 to 1:30, I was at my laptop solving those problems. So I didn't even have time to put a post that I cannot come for live stream. I wanted to just finish that, but that also I'm still not successful. Tomorrow morning again I will have to go to the embassy. So we are now when I'm going, there's no time, right? There's no time to do anything. So I understand that. Don't worry. But even I try to peep in. Like I try to peep in, even if I'm busy. I try to peep in. I try to check. I leave a stream on. I try to do that. But just today, like it was like I was just mentally, I was, just zapped, like trying all sorts of things, and nothing seems to be working. I have to upload my passport copy as a PDF file that is between 100 and 300 KB, kilobytes. And I did that successfully. Finally, I did it successfully after God knows how many trials. But when I uploaded it to the system, it was not showing any picture. It didn't show anything. It was just a blank screen. So, so I'm still not resolved. I'm not resolved. And at one stage, I resolved the issue, but I put some fictitious thing like information, and I'm going to explain to them when I go that you're asking me to give you wrong information because unless you can solve my problem, right? Stephen, I kept looking till yesterday. Today, of course, I said no time, but till yesterday, I kept looking at all your videos. I found one video I had not clicked a like, another video I clicked like, but I did not comment, and all the others I have done both. But if you have time, Stephen, do put up some more videos. It keeps the people informed that you are still active, you're there, on the channel, like. And I think you have 5 videos, right? So just try and see, how you can put some more videos. And whoever's passing by, just drop your name. If you're new to this channel, just drop in your name and where you are from. And don't forget to click the like button, okay? Thank you. So yeah, so that's my issue. I'm reaching a deadline. I have to leave, not this Sunday, but next week Sunday I have to leave the country. And if I cannot get into India, where do I go? And so nicely at the counter, they are telling me, I said, okay, what if I still have a problem? They said, you're from Canada, you cannot do the paper-based test. You have to do the e-visa online. And I said, what if the problem happened? They said, oh, we don't know. I said, oh, you don't know? Very good. Nice answer. Thank you so much. What else to say, right? Okay, Ia, I am going to play a trick on you, okay? I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to play a trick on you. I will post more soon, just been very busy. Yes, Stephen, I know, I know. But I am now I'm trying to do a few more on through the phone, and I'm getting the hang of it, and it's taking me pretty fast because I'm just uploading it on YouTube, right? If it's longer than 1 minute, I just click what something edit into a shot. So the app is doing the work for me. And then when it's done, I just click on the sound on top, and then the whole list of sounds are there. And I've already saved some sounds, so I just click on it to listen to it again till I get used to I know which song is what. And then I just click on the song. And the next thing I go and click the top button, A, and text comes. So I choose the color, I type in a text, right? I just size it, I position it, and my video is ready. Just upload it. So it takes pretty fast. It takes pretty fast. And I know I keep telling people, and I don't know how they take it, but you know, uh, even if you're sitting on your throne, if you know what I mean, even if you're sitting on your throne, for the time you spend on your throne, you can finish a YouTube or half a YouTube. You could finish the process. Like I was talking to my friend from Sydney. He calls every Sunday. From last year April that I left Australia, he's been calling me every Sunday. Two Sundays he did not call me, but he called me during the week. And then, though he called me during the week, he called me again on the following Sunday. And he's the only one from the group, from all of us who had the reunion, who phones up and keeps in touch with the others. And those people don't even have the courtesy to call him back. But yet, he doesn't bother. He still does his job duty, his work. That's a very good thought of him. Though they don't respond, he still will call them. And if he gets them, okay. If he doesn't get them, it's the same story. They don't bother to reply. They don't call him back. So, very nice boy, very nice boy. So he calls me every time. So, like I was telling him, sometimes I get very busy also, but I always tell people no one is too busy. Like they can, I'm not talking about the video, okay? Video takes time, but like to send a message to somebody, no one can be so busy that they cannot send a message. I said, when you go to the toilet, while you're sitting there, it takes you hardly 1 minute to send a message to somebody. Hi, how are you? Hope things are fine. Hope everything is okay. Just something like that. So there is never an excuse. Not for videos, don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm not saying for videos take time, planning, all that. It takes a lot of time. I understand that. I'm talking like for messages, like, so I was talking to my friend and telling him, because he says, no, have you heard from someone, did so and so write to you? I said, nobody has written to me at all. I said, and nobody calls me also. I said, and nobody messaged me. I said, and nobody even acknowledged when I comment on their post. Many do not even acknowledge my comment on the post. But I said I still keep, like Howard, still keep on, you know, sending messages or, commenting on their post. I still do it. It's okay from my side. Just like Howard, just do what you have to do. Forget about the other person. So, oh, I've got some new person. Hello, how are you? Nothing to be sorry about. Nothing to be sorry about. Don't worry. I do not understand the language, but you must be from Hong Kong or somewhere, or I don't know from where. But nothing to be sorry about. Don't worry. Like this morning and yesterday, I was so busy, I didn't have time to look at any message. I didn't have time to look at, oh, you're Japanese. Okay. Konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? I don't know whether I'm saying the correct things. I hope I'm not saying something wrong. Okay. What other Japanese do I know? Konnichiwa, Genki desu ka? What else? Which part of Japan are you from? Which part of Japan are you from? I visited, I was in Osaka for 1 month in September. In September, I came to Osaka for 1 month. My brother lives in Osaka, my brother and his Japanese wife. So I spent 1 month with them September last year. I went to many places in Osaka, went to Umeda Skywalk. I went to Osaka Castle. Oh, you're staying in Osaka. I went to Osaka Castle. Oh, oh, ho, ho, ho. I was, I was, I was in Katasuki. Do you know where Katasuki is? I was in Katasuki. I was in Katasuki. Okay, I am making you a moderator, all right? I am making you a moderator on my live stream. Okay, moderator, so you can interact with the other people. So, Katsura, Katsura Utamaru. Okay, that's your name? Katsura Utamasu, is that your name? Or you live Katsura Utamaku, that is where you live. My brother lives in Katasuki, I think. I keep forgetting every time. I keep forgetting the name, Katasuki. So nice to see you here. If I know your name, I can try and remember next time. So thank you so much. I appreciate you being on my channel. And if you have a channel, I will check it out later and I will subscribe to your channel. Okay? If you have a channel, I will check later and I will subscribe to your channel. Okay, Utamaru Katura. Okay, okay, that's nice. I do not know where it is. I do not know where it is, but uh, I think my brother was in Katasuki. Uh, let me quickly check and see if I can find the correct name. But I always get mixed up. Okay, my friend tells me you have only 34 subscribers. So I will subscribe and we will all subscribe. Okay, don't worry. Okay, we will subscribe to your channel. And I don't know when you started your channel, but we will subscribe to your channel. Okay, don't worry. My friend has already my friend has already checked your, but you must post, but you haven't posted anything. So I hope you will be posting some videos. Then people will be commenting on your videos and they will subscribe more, like, more subscribers you will get. Okay. The notifications are troubling me. They are blocking the screen to read your messages. So I have to go. So, okay. All right. Go have dinner because Japan is about 4 hours more than us, right? 3 or 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. It's okay. It's okay. I also don't speak Japanese. I only know konnichiwa and genki desu ka. I don't know anything else. Okay, bye. Take care and post some videos. Okay, post some videos. I have a second channel about how to post videos on from your phone to YouTube. You can watch those videos. All right, you can watch those videos. I have a second channel. Thank you, Ia. Thank you so much. Japan. My brother would have eaten food long ago because they don't eat late. They don't eat late. Japanese eat healthy, they live healthy. Can any of you hear any music in the background? Can any of you hear any music in the background? Can any of you hear any music in the background? Just trying to find. I always forget. I always forget where my brother is. Ah, you can. Okay, Stephen, you can hear some, but it's very faint. Okay, that's good. I think the headphones uh, has noise reduction or something. So because here I can hear it loud, and the the beats pound, dum dum dum. I can. It's like my heart goes. It's like that. So Takatsuki, 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 Takatsuki. Takatsuki. Takatsuki Shi. Yes, so yeah, good, good. You can hear it very faint. Takatsuki. I hope I never forget that name again. Takatsuki. Shi means she, SHI. She means city. So anything about prices anyone wants to discuss? Dell is gone off. Steven, anything about prices, comparing prices in and around the US as well? Now, for example, I buy Weetabix for breakfast. Okay, I love Weetabix for breakfast. I have it with milk without putting any sugar or anything. So I used to have Weetabix in Dubai. That's when I started. I've discovered it, and it's very good in fiber. But my wife always called it sawdust. She said, "How do you eat this sawdust?" Because when the it's like a biscuits, when it crumbles, it looks like sawdust. How do you eat the sawdust? So she she said, so then I found it in Walmart. When I went to Canada, I found it in Walmart. Now 24 biscuits, those 24 of those biscuits, 24, you get it for $4. Currently now, I don't know the price, but like it used to be $4. The prices have gone up around the world. I never go very far, but sometimes gasoline prices can vary quite a bit at a shorter distance away, right? Like for example, okay, maybe in your area you don't have, but for example, Costco. Do you have a Costco near you? Because like Costco, their prices are very much cheaper compared to any other gas station outside. Like at least a good 3 to 5 cents less per gallon or whatever. So at least 3 to 5. And we fill up our tank and all. It comes up to a couple of dollars. So Costco is one place. So we had a Costco card, so we used to always go and fill up. My brother has a Costco card in Japan, and he's lucky because he it's not too far from him. There are two Costcos, one Costco further than the other, and they have a gas station outside the Costco uh, store, So no Costco around you. Yes, yes, true, true. Another thing I find, like I have always been filling up gas at Shell petrol pump. Shell. I don't know why. I just feel the gas kind of works better. I feel that I could be wrong, but in Dubai also I filled up at Shell. In Canada also I used to fill up at Shell, and if I happen to be passing around Costco, or it was just a little detour, to go to Costco and fill up and come, then I would do it. Like we had a Costco which was pretty near to us, but they didn't have a gas station. They didn't have a gas station. The Costco with gas stations were a little far off, and we always had to make a detour, a slight detour, just to go to Costco. And then Costco, the lines. Oh my God, the lines and lines and lines. So yes, Stephen, I would agree with you on that. But I'm sure they have it in the US as well. Like in Canada, they have the flyers, and many of the stores will acknowledge a flyer from another store and give it to you at that same competitive price. Like I know I used to work for Walmart cashier, and they would always come with coupons, and they would come with these flyers, and these flyers are so popular, and so you might be selling at a higher price, but at some of these other flyers, they are getting it at a much better discount. So they would buy it from you at a discounted rate. We would have to sell it to them at a discounted rate. So we would match the other flyers, we would match the flyer and give them for that particular price. So yeah, we had to learn how to do all those kind of things as the cashier counter, and so people didn't have to go to different places. They didn't have to go. As long as they carry the flyer and the flyer is still within the period, the weekly period, current week, then they used to show it to us, and we'll check the date, and then we'll give them that same item for the same price. So, they like earlier I was saying like people would go from store to store, like buy some things from this store and some things another store, because if you buy a quantity, every penny counts, right? Every penny makes a dollar, so it counts. So yeah, Costco I know is very. But one thing, people used to buy a lot of toilet rolls from Costco, and they buy it in bulk, like toilet rolls from Costco. But I do not know why they buy. I forget the brand, which we also used to buy, but we prefer to have the water, you know, the shut up, whatever it's called. So Steven says yes, some stores price match. I have never tried it though. Steven, I'll tell you something. Even I used to feel bad, believe me or not. I used to feel bad to do price matching. Okay, I used to feel very bad. Oh, it looks cheap, but everybody is doing it. All right. And then when I got the job at Walmart and I was doing it for others, I thought to myself, what the hell? Right? What the hell? People are doing price matching. What is to feel shy about? The store is accepting it. The store is accepting it. They are giving it to you at the price match. So honestly speaking, I would really carry. And sometimes there's a slight difference in the product what they are offering on a price match and what you have in the store. So we have to be a little careful with us and exercise discretion and point it out to them. And it would be a subtle kind of a problem. And we would have to try and point it out to them that, ma'am or sir, I'm sorry, we cannot give you this product because there is this difference. It is a difference. So I'm just saying, for example, you're buying a bar of soap or you're buying a cereal, a box of cereal, and that cereal is saying like that price is there for the 500 grams or a 450 grams, say, but you are picking up something which is 500 grams, then sorry, it's not the same product, it's not the same. So believe me, Stephen, if you are feeling a little shy or bad to do it, I don't think there's anything to worry about that. Just collect your flyers, mark off everything, open to the page, mark it off, circle it around. So, it makes the work easier. The cashier can see that clearly, identify the product clearly, and then they can. And what happens with the cashier for that whole week? They are seeing the same items going through, right? Of flyers, like maybe no frills or whatever other. Okay, food basic, no frills. We've got all these kind of things. So, sobies. So during the week, we are seeing the same flyer. So the minute they show it to us, we already know, right? We just confirm the price, and we already know. So we just do it, like we punch it in and do it. So uh, try it, Stephen. Though but do your spade work. See all your flyers nicely within the week. Uh, Circle whatever it is you usually buy. Circle, because then in that case, you could, if you're buying say one packet of cereal, you could always just buy two packet of cereals and leave it at home, right? So when one finishes, you still have the other to eat. Like, because for me, like when one is getting over, I always buy another one and keep in store. In stock, like I always keep that, so I don't fall short. Suddenly you go to the cupboard and find, like old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard, but it was bare, like nothing inside. So I usually try to keep bigger stuff, no, but smaller items, yes. I always try to make sure toothpaste, my cereal. So I always do that. So I was just making a calculation for Weetabix. 24 costs $4. Over here, okay. So over here, for this cereal that I am buying, it comes in a big box, and it cost me around Canadian dollars. Okay, I'm comparing with Canadian dollars. So it cost me about uh 4 and 4, 8, 9, 10. It cost me about 10 Canadian dollars. All right. It cost me about 10 Canadian dollars. Slightly over, few cents over. So let's say $10. Okay, 10 Canadian dollars. It cost me for that box of Weetabix. Now, $10 would in Canada would get me two and a half boxes. So that's 12 fives are 60. So 60 biscuits I will get. All right. I will get 60 biscuits for $10 in Canada. In this box, the biscuits are the same size and weight. In this box, I get uh, 96 biscuits. Can you believe it? I get 96 biscuits. So I'm getting 36 biscuits extra. For same $10, I get 36 biscuits extra. And this is made in Australia or UK. This is made in Australia or UK. I think it's the UK one. So you see, so it's so much cheaper, and I'm very lucky that I've been to so many places in Thailand, but I've not seen it at any of the stores. But in this one particular store, I've seen it. In this same store, in another in another location, they don't have it, but this store has it. So that lasts a long time. 96 biscuits. I have three biscuits per day. I have three biscuits per day. So I mix it with milk and I eat. It's quite filling. It's quite filling. But the main thing I eat it for, very rarely I do take four. Very rarely I do take four. But as a rule, usually I have three. So I was really lucky, like in this particular store they had. I remember once in another store, I found something similar to what I used to buy in Canada. It was same like 24 biscuits, like, but I bought two and there was no more in stock. So when I asked them, they said, "Oh, we may get it." But after that, whenever I went to that store, and that same brand of store, I had the smaller ones next to close to my house in two separate directions, but they never ever had it. But after that, I went, and this store was pretty far, but I had a motorcycle, so I used to go there. But believe me, I never ever got that again in that shop. They said, "No, we out of stock. We don't buy." Yes, some stores price match. I've never tried it though. That's a lot of biscuits. Yes, I was shocked because it comes 12 in a row. Like the other one also comes 12 in a row. No, the other one comes six in a row. Three and three, six. Oh no, I forget now. In Canada, they also came six or 12 in a row or something. Anyhow, so I started counting 7 rows, 7 rows. I get 7 rows, and each row has 12 biscuits. Yeah, that's a lot, a lot. So, in a way, if you look at it, that means it's lasting me for almost a month. Wow. No, sorry, not 96, 84, 84 biscuits, sorry. 84 biscuits. But still, 60 and 84, that's like another box. That's like buying another box in Canada, right? That's like buying another box in Canada. 24 biscuits. Yeah, so 84, sorry. I made a mistake, not 96, 84. But still, 84 also is a lot of biscuits. And that same thing would cost me $14 in Canada. For that same thing, it would cost me $14 in Canada. Here I pay $10. So that is cheaper. One thing you're very difficult to get is yogurt. They have the fruity yogurt, the small size fruity yogurt, and that costs like about 2.5 Canadian dollars for four. I think it's costly. I think it's costly compared to Canada. And they have also yogurt, the plain yogurt, but again small ones. And the other day I found, very lucky I was, I found a bigger jar of yogurt, but that much only. Okay. And I think 300 ml or something. And but that is like little over $2, $2 Canadian, little over two Canadian dollars. Now in $2 Canadian, we can get a nice big tub like this, a nice big tub like this of yogurt in Canada for $2. A nice big tub like this. So where this is 300 ml or 300 grams or something, in Canada, how much are they? More than 500, more than 500 grams, or maybe 500 or what? I don't know, 500 ml or but I know it's a huge size, and if you sat down to eat it, you could eat it in three sittings, like. And sometime for the preparation, like, we would use half or a full. But butter, oh my god, butter here is very, very costly. A small a 450 gram of butter in Canada will cost you within $4. Okay, within $4 you will get it. And sometime when there is price matching and those kind of flyer offers, you get it for even less. All right. 454 gram, 454 gram block of ice butter. Okay. Over here, you don't really see the 450 gram block. You don't see that. They are always much less in this 355 gram and 100 gram and something like. So you see smaller sizes, and those smaller sizes are like anywhere about $6 to $10 Canadian dollars, 6 to 10 Canadian dollars, or not 10, 6 to 8 Canadian dollars, because one is no one costs 259. One pat of butter also costs 259, so that would be $10, more than $10, and change. So yes, it is, butter is very, very costly here. Butter is very, very costly here. I buy this orange soda. This is 1.6 liters. These bottles are 1.6 liters, and you can see it says no sugar, 0% sugar. Okay, 0% sugar. Very nice orange drink. Good soda it is. Very tasty. And $2. $2. Wait, not $2. $1. Because for 50 baht I pick up two. There's an offer. It's like 29. It's like 29 or 30 baht each, but usually they have this offer, two for 50 bucks. Two for 50 bucks. So 50 bucks is $2 Canadian. Hello, sister. Nice to see you here. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Sister, when are you calling me? We have not spoken for a couple of days. We have not spoken for a couple of days. In Ohio, sales tax varies by country, and different sales tax differently. Uh, yes, I know. Even in Canada, Canada also, the taxes are different. Like in Ontario, we used to pay 13% tax because there is the, what is it? Federal tax and federal and state. Federal and state. So you are paying like 8% for one and 5% for the other. So it's like 13% tax, and every item you are buying is 13% tax, and any services that is done, like a plumber or anything like that, all that also services also are 13% tax. So in Ontario, it is 13% tax. In Alberta, it is only 5% tax. You're only paying the federal or state, I don't know which one, but in Alberta, the tax is only 5%. So on your salaries, you pay 5%. On any goods and services, you're paying 5%. So, okay, 20 for 250 grams of veg. Now, I do not know, I wouldn't know, like, oh, compared to here, like buying, I wouldn't know because they, I don't ask them for prices because it's so difficult to ask them, like, and remember all the prices of veg. So, like, I know onions are costly and potatoes are costly. And when they weigh, some of them, they weigh both together, onions and potatoes. That means it must be almost the same cost. And in the market, I know they are a bit pricey. But let's put it this way. I wish I had one onion here. But let's say an onion this big. I don't know how you would be able to compare. But an onion this big would cost like about 10 rupees. An onion this big would cost about 10 rupees. And if it's bigger, it would cost much more. But let's say this size, okay, this size onion, one onion would be about 10 rupees compared to India price would be about 10 rupees. So I don't know how that would compare to, because here two onions like this, two onions this size, they come in a packet. You buy for 10 bucks, two onions. And there are some times when the onion price goes up, then you get the same onions for 15. So 10 bucks means like 20 bucks in India, and 15 means like, say, 30 bucks in India. So I get about 10. I get about 10 okra, 10 pieces of okra, that size about that size, each okra that size. So I get about ten okra for 10 bucks. So for 20 rupees, about 10 okra that size. So I think that's quite good, not bad. But kilo wise, I wouldn't know how much that is. Yes. So I wouldn't know, sister, according to weight, like, kind of, I wouldn't know. Like, according to weight, I wouldn't really know because I don't see the scale when they are, uh, weighing it. And then this other guy comes in the van and they have all these small packets hanging up, tomatoes and this, that, and the other. So I know onions and potatoes are a bit pricey out here. And let's say tilapia fish, okay? Tilapia fish costs it's about 80 rupees a kilo. Tilapia fish is 80 rupees a kilo. So 80 rupees a kilo. So let's say that would be about 160 rupees. About 100 and say roughly about 160 rupees or 150, something like that. 20, you're saying 20 is about eight and a half. So 8 for the 32. I don't know. 2 kilos of oranges for 100 rupees. Yeah, depends on the season, right? When it's in full in season, it'll be cheaper. When it's going out of season or coming into season, it might be expensive. So oranges over here I have bought. Oh, the other day, I just asked about. I don't know. I think it was 1 kilo or 2 kilos. I think it was 2 kilos. I'm not sure. So I think it is. I think it was 2 kilos of oranges, but I cannot be sure. So it could be 2 kilos of oranges. It looked a lot. So it was for 60 baht. 60 baht. So 60 baht is like almost same like 100 to 120. It will be 100 to 120 kilos. So almost the same. So sweet melon, 100 rupees for 1 kilo. Uh, I wouldn't know how much here. Watermelon I know is very expensive. It, it is quite expensive. Like it's quite expensive. Fruit on the whole year seems to be expensive, especially if you buy it from the store, supermarkets and all. There it is pretty costly. Yes, Stephen. Take care. Thank you. What shift are you on, Stephen? You have a great day. For us, this side, our day has almost come to an end. It almost come to an end. It's like almost for me. It's 6:41. For Philippines, it is 7:41. So our day has almost come to the end. What shift are you on? You're on night shift. Yes, nights. I thought as much. That's why when you're on night shifts, it's convenient for you to come on the live. Yeah. Okay, Stephen, take care. Bye. Regards to Martha. And people, please remember Martha, Stephen, Rusty, Myrna, and Nair. Please remember them in your prayers. They all really need your prayers. We need to see people getting better, improving, right? My wife's disease was progressive, so there was no cure. So we know one day or the other she would go. That is sad. Only thing she went so tragically. That's the sad part. So yeah, that's about comparing prices. Thank you, sister, for sharing. So we get a little bit of an idea. Nice of Dell to drop in, and then Stephen dropped in for a longer time. Very nice of them. So I'll try to put a notification. Tomorrow morning, I will not have a live stream, most likely, unless a miracle takes place tonight and I'm able to do it. But I will try one more time to make the payment. But otherwise, tomorrow evening, I will come for live again. Evening, I will still come for live tomorrow evening for sure. But morning, I may not come for live. I'll try to put up a post. Let's see. Because if I want tomorrow morning, I will go very early. So yes, sister, one bath is more than 2 rupees. Yeah, I was just doubling it roughly, like, I was just doubling it, but it's more than 2 rupees, right? So I was just as an estimate, rough estimate, I was just doubling it. I've got music from two ends. Somebody here is playing music, and someone from the right also they are playing. So yeah, so we've had a little bit of we had quite a lot, actually, not little bit, quite a lot of comments on prices and what it is like. Sisters, who was asking me? Howard was asking me, like, how much like is a one bedroom and a two bedroom for rent, like average price? Not talking about like very expensive areas, but like how much is a one bedroom and how much is a two bedroom for rent? Howard was asking me something, and I just couldn't. I said I just have my mind is blank. I just do not know anything about rents. Notifications. What's happening? I don't know. Non-stop, non-stop. So, sister, how's my 10 guitar song? You also sang 10 guitars, but I think you have a so much better voice than me. Remember, you sang 10 guitars and you had sent me the video. So I still have it somewhere. So your 10 guitars, of course, is much better than mine. How loudly they're playing the music, really. So I saw you put up some more videos, but sister, the videos are too short, too short. 6 seconds and 7 seconds and 10 seconds is very short. Like your chili trees and all. So little more like longer. Try to get at least 20 seconds, 30-second videos, they are helpful. Good. Today we had a sister. We had a new Japanese girl or Japanese woman or whoever she is who came, or Japanese man also. Who knows? So I don't know. Some Japanese came on my live stream for the first time. You'll see it in the script. So it's all written in Japanese. So I don't know. But she's also that Japanese also is in Osaka. So I wrote and said my brother is in Takatsuki. She said, so that Japanese said that they are in Osaka. And Pita looked up her website and said she's got 34 subscribers but no posts. Sometimes people just come as supporter, right? Because you have to just open a YouTube channel kind of when you have to comment on a YouTube post, automatically a kind of YouTube channel is created for you. So you have no option about that. So she must be just, helping people to subscribe, but I don't know. Or she's like many of us who, like, I opened my channel more than like 2.5 years, 2 years, 3 months ago, and my first post was like 2 and 3 months later. My first post. So like 2 years, 3 months, I had a channel doing nothing. So that's that. Today I don't know what I'll have to eat. Maybe I'll just have some bread and soup. I could toast up some bread and make it like crotons and put it into the soup. I had some leftovers because yesterday I had lunch outside. And night also I did not eat much. I was not feeling like eating. I had a late lunch. Today also I had a late lunch because I finished with work. Sister, I need to talk to you later, sometime or the other, because I'm having a lot of problems with this India trip. So I am trying to see how to resolve it. I'll talk to you more about that. Pomfret very expensive. Pomfret has always been expensive, right? And the white ones are always costlier than the black pomfret, right? So yes, when you compare the price of other fish compared to like 1,300 rupees for a kilo, wow, that's really costly. Uh, I was just about to ask fish bomb leaf how much it is. I was about to ask. 351 kilo. Not so bad. Not bad, 351 kilo. But can you imagine like 350 and yet for pomfret like 1,300, like can say, or 1,000 more. Wow. Yeah, let's see. Pita, did you have dinner? I guess you must have had dinner. Oh, not yet. Food is ready. Ah, kitchen is slow because your cooks are slow. Your cooks are on the cell phone while cooking, so that's why they are slow. Yeah, very sad. You should start cooking early, You should cook early. They're going louder and louder and louder. Yes, I saw that video about the pigeon being rescued. Very nice. Poor thing was struggling so much, right? It was struggling so much. But your chilies video was very, very short, sister. Very short. By the time I look for the chilies, the video was over. Meaty is growing nicely. We'll put it on the YouTube. Okay, sister. Yes, hardly any chilies. But you should just keep it for longer so we can see, like, too short it is. What you should do first is have a look at whatever it is, and then if you find it sufficient information is sufficient is there to see, then shoot it. But first, just have a look and see. So you know where the chilies are growing, under which this they are growing, which side they are growing more, that way. So then you can spend some more time shooting the video that way. Yeah, one small one on the other side. True. I checked all your videos, whatever you have till now. I checked it. Means as of yesterday, whatever videos you have had, I've checked all. I've commented on them. I've liked them. I've clicked like. Yours and Steven's I checked yesterday, and I. Okay, then I have like touched 2 hours. So yeah, bye, sister. Take care. I'll also end the live stream. And thank you, sister. Thank you, Pita, for being here till the end. And thank you to all the others who stayed as long as they could. I really value that. So, yeah, thank you very much for all of you being here. We spoke about prices mostly, about food. I'm always talking about food on my channel. Prayers for Martha, Stephen, Rusty, Myrna, and Naya. Just remember them so they become much better. So, two more people suddenly came. I don't know. From two, it went to four. But I think I'll have to say bye. Anybody else out there? Two new people. Just leave your name and your number. I'm sorry, your name and your where you are from. If you're passing by for the first time, just leave your name and where you are from so I can remember you next time when you come. Okay, so if no one else, then I'll take off also. So thank you once again, everyone, for being here. Stephen, Del, Ia, Mayang, um, Emily, Pita, Maya. So we all had a nice time over here and had a good fun also. So take care. Love you all and God bless. And tomorrow morning, I may not come. It all depends if I solve my problem today. But tomorrow morning, I may not be on live stream, but I will be on live tomorrow evening for sure. All right? For sure, I'll be on tomorrow evening. So take care. Love you all.